మర్చిపోయారు జాంకాయలు కూడా పోసుకెళ్ళాల్సింది. Guys, now please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, now please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Right, sir. Right, sir. Now, then what is the topic here we are discussing actually? Right, sir. Guys, now once again, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, once again, please respond for me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, one small request today. Right from morning, internet is fluctuating at my home. Yeah, then proper internet is not coming. It's not coming in a good manner. So maybe some fluctuations are going on. So if you feel difficulty while attending the class, just give information to me so that we will plan for it. Okay. That's the max possibility we are able to continue our class there. But in the case in the middle, if you're feeling any difficulty while listening the class now, just give intimation to me so that I may think about some alternatives. Okay. Why? Because the problem is what there. The sessions are recording actually. If the recording is not going on good, it may be problem even in the future also. No? That is the reason why I'm telling to you. Okay. Parallelly, I maintain one more system aligned with me. The Windows system, no, just I'm watching continuously that system, that content, Then if you feel any difficulty while attending this session, just give intimation to me so that we will think about some alternative. Now my other system is also not coming, gone. Today is only the problems are. It is not coming. No internet. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Yeah, it's okay. 1 minute, guys. Just give a minute of time. I'll come now. Yeah, guys, now just 1 minute gap I have taken, guys. Yeah, it's okay. Let's move to the content, guys. Uh, Once again, if any of you are new member today, just please take this screenshot now. Daily classroom notes is going on here, and admin Hemant is the admin person, the single point of contact about my classes. Okay. Right, sir. Now, in the last sessions here, as per the discussion here, what we completed, no, C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is dynamic programming language. That's the case here we provided. Then after that, now here we are understanding like what there preprocessor is required in C, C++, but a preprocessor is not required in Java. Preprocessor is required in C, C++, but preprocessor is not required in Java. So this is exactly the difference here we are understanding. In the last class, what I completed here, preprocessor is the first phase in the compilation. In C and C++ programs, the complete predefined library is provided in the form of header files. Examples I have given. What is that? What are the examples I provided here? stdio.h, conio.h, math.h. Like this here we are having there. To use the header files provided, right, sir? To use the header files provided predefined library in C and C++ programs, we have to include the respective header files in the C and C++ programs. All right, sir. Now observe carefully. 1 minute, guys. Then what next one here I'm telling there? If you want to include the header files in C and C++ programs, there we have to use what there? Hash include statement. If you want to use a hash include statement here, then here we have to use hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, and hash include math.h. If we compile the above program, then preprocessor will perform the following actions. What preprocessor is able to perform the actions actually? Now observe carefully. Preprocessor will recognize the hash include statements. Preprocessor will identify the provided header files. Then after that, what next one you know? Preprocessor will check whether these header files are available in C, C++ softwares or not. If they are not available, then it is able to raise an error. If it is available, then it will load the header files content to the memory. Loading libraries at compilation time. Is called as like what their static loading. Loading libraries at compilation time is called as what their static loading. Understand it clearly. Alright, sir. This is exactly the meaning of like what there. Alright, preprocessor. Its case now. Preprocessor is required in C and C++ to recognize the hash include statements in order to load the header files content to the memory. It's okay, fine. The diagram also are given there clearly. It's okay, fine. Next one is, now the point is what there, preprocessor is not required in Java. Why preprocessor is not required in Java? Why the preprocessor is not required in Java? This point here we have to understand. Alright, so now let me check for this content here. Why preprocessor is not existed in Java? Why it is not available in Java? If we come for this point here, answer is very clear. Understand it now. In Java, the complete predefined libraries are provided in the form of classes and interfaces in packages. Guys, now observe carefully. Read the statement what I have given. In Java, the complete predefined libraries are provided in the form of classes and interfaces in packages. Clear? Alright, sir. Now examples for this packages here I am telling to you. Understand it clearly. Examples for this packages here I am telling to you. Understand it clearly. Right, sir. Examples: java.io, java.util, java.sql. All these are the packages here we are understanding. Okay, clear. Next one is after this. After completion of this punch here, in the Java applications, if you want to use the packages provided libraries in Java applications, if you want to use the packages provided libraries, packages provided libraries, we have to import the packages by using the import statements. By using the import statements. Import package name dot star. Anyway, now just example here I'm telling to you. Import java.io.star. Import java.util.star. Import java.sql.star. Like this, here we are providing these import statements. It's okay. Whenever we are getting these import statements, it's okay, fine. Then what next one again after this? So what next one here we are getting then? Okay. If we use import statements in Java applications, then what is going on here now? Oh. Guys, now observe carefully. If we use import statements in Java applications, then the compiler will perform the following actions in the compilation. What compiler will do and what JVM will do, that we are going to understand. By that we are able to get much clarity. Now point number one. Compiler will recognize the import statements and it takes the provided packages names. After this, after taking these packages names from the import statements, what compiler will do? Compiler will check whether the package name. Compiler will check whether the provided packages are available or not. Compiler will check whether provided packages are available or not in the Java software. Guys, observe carefully. Here itself I am giving some clarity. If the provided packages, do not exist in Java software, provided packages do not exist in Java software, then the compiler will raise an error. Compiler will raise an error. What error the compiler is able to raise? No. Package XXX does not exist. Compiler will raise an error like package XXX does not exist. Package XXX does not exist. Right, sir. If the packages do not exist. For example, if the packages are existed now, if the provided packages are available, if the provided packages exist, if the provided packages exist in the Java software, Java software, Java software, if the provided packages exist in the Java software, then the compiler will not raise any error, guys. Now understand it here itself now. In the case of C and C++, in the comparison here I'm telling you, in the case of C and C++, if the provided header files exist in C software, then the preprocessor will load its code to the memory at the time of compilation. Preprocessor will load a header files content to the memory at the time of compilation itself directly. But in the case of Java, what is going on here? No. If the provided packages exist in the Java software, then the compiler will not raise any error. And at the same time, the compiler will not load any package content to the memory. So this is a difference here. This is exactly the difference. In C and C++, when preprocessor identifies the header files, no, immediately preprocessor will load the header files content to the memory. In the case of Java, if the specified packages are not existed, or if the provided packages are existed inside the Java software, but compiler will not load the provided packages content to the memory. Compiler will not do that. Compiler is not responsible for it. Compiler is not responsible for it. Compiler will not, then what I'm telling you, load package content to the memory. Okay, now the question is what? Here, if the compiler is not performing any content loading, compiler is not loading the libraries, no, then who is loading that libraries in Java? If the compiler is not responsible for loading libraries, no, then who is responsible for loading libraries in Java? That here we have to understand clearly. Now observe carefully. Note I'm telling no, in Java applications, or simply in Java, JVM will load the required classes and interfaces from the packages at runtime of the applications. Runtime of the applications, packages at runtime of the applications. In Java, JVM will load the required classes and interfaces from the packages at runtime of the applications. JVM will load the required class and interfaces from the packages at runtime of the applications as per the requirement. As per the requirement. Now understand it clearly. Loading libraries at runtime of the applications. Runtime of the applications. Loading libraries at runtime of the applications is called dynamic loading. It's called what is it? Dynamic loading. Static loading is performed by compiler, but dynamic loading is performed by JVM. So static loading is going on in the case of C and C++, but dynamic loading is going on. Dynamic loading is going on in the case of like what there? Java. Java is following dynamic loading. This is the reason here we have to understand. Now the conclusion here I'm telling you. What's the conclusion here? In Java, preprocessor is not required. Why? Because Java doesn't have Java does not have the header files and hash include statements. Java doesn't have the header files and hash include statements. Yes, guys. Then people are requested to me. Then are you getting my voice and screen clearly, guys? Am I audible? Yes, 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 yes. Am I audible, guys? Then is my screen is okay? Is my screen is okay to all of you guys? Now please respond for me. Why? Because some people are giving messages to me. Right, sir. It's okay. Andeep, no, please check from your side. No, all remaining members are getting it. Right, sir. It's okay. In Java, pre-process is not required. Why? Because Java doesn't have the header files and the hash include statements. Sorry, hash include statements. Alternatively, alternatively, Java has classes and interfaces in packages and import statements. Alternatively, Java has the classes and interfaces in packages and import statements. That's it now. So because of this reason here, because of this particular reason, no, or is the conclusion here I'm telling you, because of this particular reason here, so Java doesn't require preprocessor in its content. Right, sir. Now just let me show the diagram here. Now I'm going to prepare the diagram here. Now inside this diagram, what I'm going to provide there, then Java related diagram here I'm going to provide. Now observe carefully. Now tell me guys, first of all here I need to take like what there Java file. It should be like what there dot Java. So C programs are represented with the dot C. Now Java programs are represented with what there dot Java. When a dot Java file is provided here, then what next one here we have to do? Definitely there we have to perform what? Compilation here we have to perform. Compilation. Guys, all of you please respond for me. When we compile Java file, when we compile this Java file, when we compile Java file, there automatically what files here we are able to get, sir? When we compile Java file here automatically, what Java files here we are able to get? Any idea? In Java, when we compile the Java files, no, what files here we are able to get? Definitely dot class files here we are able to get. Here we are able to get like what are the dot class files. So whenever we are getting dot class files, no, then here we are going to perform like what there? Execution here we are performing now. Execution. Alright, so then when we perform this execution, there automatically here we are able to get some output. Output here we are getting there. Now understand it clearly. Okay. So overall, what is the content here we are providing there? The total information is like what there? What is the point here I'm telling now? In this scenario. Now, if I open this compiler, if you open this compilation process now tell me guys, you want to tell me how many phases are available inside the compilation actually? Overall, here we are having 4 phases now. First one is what there? Preprocessor. The next one is like what there? Compiler. Next one is like what there? Assembler. Then after this, what next one you know? Loader, link editor. Loader, link editor. That all phases here we are able to have. Right, sir. Now again, now if I open this compiler, internally what we are able to see there inside the compiler, no? 6 pages here we are able to see. What are the 6 pages inside the compiler here? Now the first one is what there? Lexical analysis, syntax analysis, semantic analysis, intermediate code generation, code optimization, code generation. Right, sir. Here one after another, all the phases are going to be evaluated. But here the main problem is what there? This is a Java related structure, sir. This is not like any other one. It is a Java related structure. No, inside this Java related structure, what is not going to be available here? No, preprocessor is not going to be existed here. No. So preprocessor is not available. All the remaining context is very same, no, but preprocessor is not available. So this here we have to understand it clearly. Right, so now this diagram here we are providing. Right, so now observe carefully. So overall here, what is the content here I am telling there? So here we are getting clearly the content now about this part there. So preprocessor is required in C, C++, but preprocessor is not required in Java. That is the content here we are understanding there. After this, after completion of this content here, now here we are getting one important interview question here. Here we are having one important interview question. What is that interview question here we are getting there? Understand it clearly. That interview question is like what there? What is that interview question now? Observe carefully. What are the differences between hash include statement and import statement? What are the differences between hash include statement and import statement? This here we have to understand clearly. What are the differences between hash include statement and import statement? Okay, right, sir. Observe carefully. The first difference here I'm telling there, hash include statements exist in C and C++, whereas import statements exist in Java. Point number two. Point number two. Hash include statements are able to include the predefined libraries. Hash include statements are able to include the predefined libraries. Hash include statements are able to include the predefined libraries which are available in the form of header files. Hash include statements are able to include the predefined libraries which are available in the form of header files now. Similarly, now tell me what about these import statements actually? Now you can understand it clearly. Import statements are able to include the predefined libraries, which are available, in the form of classes and interfaces in packages. Classes and interface in packages. That's enough. This is about like what the second difference here we understand clearly. Okay, fine. Next one is who are evaluating hash include statements and who are evaluating import statements now. All right, sir. Now hash include statements are evaluated by preprocessor, but whereas import statements are evaluated by both compiler and JVM. Right, sir. Import statements are evaluated by both compiler and JVM. Now understand it clearly. Hash include statements are evaluated by cache include statements are evaluated by preprocessor, but import statements are evaluated by both compiler and JVM. That's it. Next one is after completion of this, static loading and dynamic loading as then who are providing the static loading and who are providing dynamic loading actually. Hash include statements and import statement, two things are available. Who are providing static loading and who are providing who are providing that dynamic loading there. If you understand it clearly, hash include statements, hash include statements are providing static loading, whereas import statements providing dynamic loading the libraries at compilation time is going on at C and C++, but import statements are providing dynamic loading, means that the loading is going on at runtime of the applications in the case of Java. So that's the reason why dynamic loading is going on with import statements in the case of Java. Right, sir. Next one is observe carefully. Single hash include statement. Guys, just 1 minute. Loading means in the sense not allocating memory, no, just some mission code is available, right? That mission code must be loaded to the memory. Then only that execution will start. Without loading code into the memory, we are unable to execute the code. You're asking about memory allocation for the data. Memory allocation for the data is different. Memory allocation for the code is different. Code is going to be loaded to the memory so that execution will start. And memory will be allocated for the data, so data will be stored. Understand it clearly. So then now tell me. Then Andeep, I'm asking one question there. Generally, where the programs are going to be executed? In which memory the programs are executed? Now tell me, Andeep. In which memory the programs are going to be executed? RAM. Perfect. RAM. In the RAM memory, main memory. Inside the main memory, the things are going to be executed. Okay. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. The echo is coming. It's okay, fine. Yeah. In RAM memory, in main memory. Okay, in main memory, if you want to execute the program, first of all, program must be loaded to the RAM memory or not? Program must be executed by loading it to the RAM memory or not? Yeah, that type of loading I'm asking there. After loading the program, if you are using any libraries, no, that libraries are also be loaded to the memory. That is nothing but loading. Okay, while executing the program, if you want to store data of our program there, then we have to allocate the memory for storing the data. Okay, for storing the data, memory should be allocated, but for executing the program must be loaded. So in the RAM memory, that loading is going to be happen. Okay, leave it. Single hash include statement. Single hash include statement. Single hash include statement is able to. Single hash include statement is able to include only one header file. If you want to load, or if you want to include, or if you want to use, if you want to include more than one header file, then we have to use more than one hash include statement. Examples I'm telling there. Hash include stdio.h, hash include conjugate.h, hash include math.h. Like this here we are having like what there some content here. Hash include conjugate.h, hash include math.h, and hash include like what next one here I'm telling there some other content here. Like this here we are getting the points here. Okay, fine. Then after this, after completion of this, then what next one here we are doing there? After this, single import statements. Guys, then any issues going on here? Guys, no, please check it. All of you get my voice on screen. Guys, no, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Am I audible? Am I audible, guys? Yeah. Internet is okay, better, somewhat better, and compared with the starting point now. Voice is not clear. Guys, now please check it. Is my voice on screen is clear to all of you? Is it okay? Right, sir. Now single import statement is able to include more than one class or interface of the same package by using star notation. By using what notation here? No, star notation here. We are understanding clearly. Right, sir. Now here I am going to specify like what the import java.io.star. Import java.io.star. That here we provided now. Or else maybe now in java.io, how many class and interface are available? So many classes and interfaces are available. All these classes and interfaces here we are able to get from this particular one, java.io package. Okay. Now similarly, here I am able to provide there import java.sql.star. In java.sql, how many classes and interfaces are available? So many classes and interfaces are available. So all these classes and interfaces here we are able to get directly. All these classes and interfaces here we are able to get. Okay, right, sir. Then by using single import statement, we are able to get more and more number of classes, more and more number of classes and interfaces here we are able to get. But by using single hash include statement, here we are able to get only one. Then what I am telling you, we are able to get only one header file here. We are able to get it now, right? So this is exactly the meaning of like what there. The differences between hash include statement and import statement now. So once again, I'm getting some notices, guys. Guys, then is it okay now? All of you are getting my voice on screen. Is it okay, guys? Right, sir. 1 minute, 1 minute. What about loader linker? As I said, loading is done at runtime by JVM now. Yeah, Mahesh, one point I'm telling there, you're not understanding what exactly the point here. Loader link editor, they're available. That loader link editor will establish the links between the classes which are available. Then if you know the JVM architecture, then we can understand effectively this content now. Also carefully what I'm telling to you. See, understand it now. But anyway, then my as per my sake, I'm telling that. But don't think about all the remaining content now. Why? Because if I go for this deeper and deeper, no, this concept you may not understand it immediately. The point is what there here. My point is only pre-processor content here. Pre-processor is not required in Java. Pre-processor is required in Java. That point only here we can understand. All these are out of the scope, not at all required inside the Java as per the Java content here. But still I can explain all these points now. But the deeper content I have to discuss there. Deeper knowledge you require. Then only we are able to understand it now. Compilation part here. Inside the compilation here, what I am telling there, multiple classes here we have to compile now. If you want to compile multiple classes now, then definitely that class linker must exist in between all the classes now. Part of the compilation, that linker is going to be work. Linker along with that linker, then what is going to be happen there? Loading is also going to be happen there, but not in main memory. But for the compilation point of view, some loading is going to be happen for a compilation process. That loader linker is up to like what their compilation level, that here we are understanding. Okay. Got it. Right, sir. Now it's okay. Fine. Now, finally, here what we completed here overall, this difference, second difference here, we understood that the third difference here, I'm telling to you. What about the third difference here? We are discussing there. C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages. C and C++ are what are their platform dependent programming languages. But Java is a platform independent programming language. Java is what the platform independent programming language. This is the third difference now. Then very, very important difference here. Everybody must understand this difference clearly. Now tell me, sir, what is this difference actually? C and C++ are what there? C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages. But Java is what there? Platform independent programming language. Okay, then before going to understand this content, first of all, we have to understand why C and C++ are platform dependent and why Java is a platform independent. That is the content. But before understanding this particular point here, before understanding this, we have to understand first of all what is platform dependent programming language and what is platform independent programming language. These points here we have to understand clearly. What is platform dependent programming language? What is platform independent programming language? Here we are understanding. Guys, then once again I'm getting some messages now. People are sending messages to me. Then is my screen and voice is clear to all of you guys? Please respond to me. Am I audible? Then today, then I think there is a totally because of internet issue. No, right from morning onwards, all my classes are getting disturbed, not going on well. So even then it's going on. Then continuously the problem here. Internet issue is coming there. Even in one class in the middle that was shut down totally. That app now, right? Guys, then all of you are getting my voice and screen clearly. Please respond for me. Are you okay? All of you are getting my voice and screen clearly. No, sometimes it is getting echo now. Sometimes echo. What about the situation now? What's the time remaining? 10 minutes. Otherwise, guys, then can I take it on tomorrow? Remaining part here anyway, new point. Then let me set it that internet issue also. No, can I take it on tomorrow? Yes. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Then it is a small session today. Then tomorrow we'll plan for it. Tomorrow I'm going to take that complete session now. But I think some net is continuously disconnecting and connecting now. So fluctuations are going on here. Just give some time to me. Then tomorrow I'll not get this problem here. Okay. Right, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Tomorrow we'll see the remaining content now. Thank you. Thanks a lot.